Hello, my name is Scott Perry. I'm a professional magician and this is a magic review.
It's a kind of magic.
Today we're looking at EVP by Alan Rorrison, and there's a very important reason why I'm revisiting this release from maybe 5 years ago now. 5 years ago, I think this was originally released. So there is a reason I'm coming to that. We will come to that shortly, but first I'll explain what this is. EVP is a genius method of using another person's, genuinely a spectator's mobile phone, hitting the record button on dictation or note taking, some kind of voice recording app, and when you play that back, there are voices on the recording that weren't there in the beginning.
Can you give us a sign if you're here? Can you give us a sign if you're here?
Behind you.
What? I heard that. Are you here?
Are you here? Yes.
So there can be complete silence during the performance, and at the end, the spectator leaves with this recording of blank space that has voices saying things and communicating in an amazingly magical way. It is brilliantly made. You get it in this box. This is what you'll receive in the same kind of box that all magic is being packaged in at the moment. I don't know if I can show you what's inside actually. But you receive everything that you need. The instructions are really good. They take you through everything that you could possibly need to know. It's been tested. You get to see actual performances on the tutorial and the video download. There are certain clothing requirements, essential and non-essential, depends how you want to perform it. So you can perform it with a t-shirt. That is completely possible. You don't need to wear a jacket or a jumper or anything long sleeved. That's completely possible. There are certain restrictions to how you set it up on your body. But I think that there will be a way to suit everyone, no matter how you dress and no matter what kind of clothing or outfit you're wearing. So clothing requirements isn't really an issue, but it will be something that you'll have to consider when thinking about performing this. For me, I've performed this, so the reason I bought this is for a national event that I've been hired for every year for the last 5 years. About 14,000 people attend, and I used this for several years to create some custom magic for them. Which brings me to the next really important point, that the voices and everything that appears on the recording on the spectator's phone can be completely custom. So they give you some ideas on what to record on things like that, but it's not like you have a sound bank where you're limited to a certain amount of recordings. Literally anything, a voice, any kind of voice saying anything at all can appear on that phone. So as many magic tricks say, you're only limited to your imagination. With EVP, that's absolutely true. It's brilliantly made. It's probably going to last a really, really long time. It depends how advanced and how much mobile phones change, I guess, to how long this is going to last you. It's very reasonably priced. By reasonably, I mean it's about £80 or $100, depending on the exchange rate. So it is a fairly expensive magic trick, but it is completely worth the money. Now, here's the really important thing that I needed to mention. If you are going to buy EVP, it's highly likely that you will need an extra piece of equipment because of how technology is advanced. I'm going to show you that piece of equipment right now. Depending on what kind of phone you have, depends on what kind of cable you'll need. But in short, if your phone doesn't have a 3.5mm headphone jack, you will need an adapter from a standard 3.5mm headphone jack to whatever connector your phone uses, whether it's Lightning port or USB-C or however it is, if your phone doesn't have the headphone jack in it anymore. So you will need to purchase that. You can get them relatively cheaply, between £5 and £10 for the cable, but that is an essential thing. You will, depending on what phone you have, you will not be able to perform EVP without it. That's generally my opinion on EVP. To be honest, there's not much more that I need to say about this. If you watch the trailer and you like what you see, you can do exactly what's happening. You can do exactly what they say. It's not cheap, but equally it's not expensive, and you get a lot of bang for your buck. If you have a little bit of imagination with your performance as well, you can create some really, really interesting magic with this. So I think that this definitely warranted a revisit to EVP. If you are considering it, I would say, providing you have £80 to spend on it, definitely pick it up. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It is a very, very good magic trick, and something that's very different. It's something that you genuinely borrow the spectator's phone. It is completely impossible. It's not a card trick, it's not a coin trick, it's not a rope trick. It's just completely out there and really innovative. So thank you, Alan Rorrison, for sharing this with the community. That's my review of EVP by Alan Rorrison. If you enjoyed it, then hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and perhaps I'll see you in the next review. Voices. Voices everywhere. Voices from the dead, voices from the living.